Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled to have you here. Today, we're going to dive into a deeply moving narrative sourced straight from a small village. It's a beautifully simple yet profoundly powerful story about a boy named Ali and his mother. So let's jump right into this, because honestly, this isn't just a story about hardship. It's a total masterclass in resilience and human determination that I know is going to really resonate with you. So, can poverty steal a person's dreams? I want you to really think about that for a second. It's a bit of a philosophical hook, sure, but it is the absolute heartbeat of our analysis today. We so often look at external circumstances as the ultimate dictators of our potential. But as we're going to see through the source material today, the human spirit has this incredibly stubborn capacity to safeguard its dreams, even when the environment is literally trying to strip them away.
Section 1. The story of a poor household, the life of Ali and his mother.
Okay, so to truly understand the heights of Ali's eventual success, we absolutely have to start at his incredibly challenging, somber reality. We're not just talking about mild inconvenience here. We are talking about basic survival. Ali lived in a simple mud house in a small village. His father had passed away years ago, leaving his widowed mother as the sole provider. To survive, she took on grueling work cleaning other people's houses. The text emphasizes that securing even 2 square meals a day was a constant, exhausting struggle. I mean, just imagine the immense sacrifices this mother made every single day just to keep a roof over their heads and food in their stomachs. And this brilliantly illustrates the massive gap between his physical reality of a mud house and hunger and the vast wealth of his ambition to become a great man. Every single morning, before heading off to school, Ali would look at his mother and make a promise. He'd say, "Mom, one day I'm going to become a great man, and I will never let you work again." His mother would smile, but her eyes would immediately fill with tears.
Moving into Section 2, Hardships and Hard Work, the decision to not give up. Now, ambition is wonderful, right? But it eventually collides with reality. And for Ali, poverty was about to directly threaten the one vehicle he had for change, his education. Because his mother couldn't afford the school fees, Ali was actually expelled and made to stand outside his class. It's the kind of moment that could so easily break a child's spirit. And he was deeply saddened for sure, but instead of giving up, he took immediate action. That very evening, he marched down to the local market and started taking on small, odd jobs just to fund his own studies. He flat out refused to let a lack of money be the end of his education.
But the struggle was far from over. Picture this. It's a freezing, rainy winter night. The roof of their mud house is leaking water everywhere. Ali and his mother are huddled together in a dry corner, shivering and simply praying to Allah for some ease, for a way out of their misery. It's a completely raw, vulnerable moment that grounds the entire story in the harsh physical reality of poverty. But watch how he channeled that vulnerability. The very next day, Ali ramped up his efforts. In the morning, he would study. In the afternoon, he'd go straight to the market to work and earn his keep. And at night, well, without proper lighting at home, he literally sat under the glow of street lights to read his books. He transformed those massive obstacles into stepping stones. He wasn't just working hard, he was working with an absolute unyielding focus. Section 3. The first step to success. The reward of hard work. You really can't maintain that kind of grueling, exhaustively disciplined routine without it eventually moving the needle. And for Ali, the years of reading under streetlights and working in the market finally began to pay off in a spectacular way. First, his sheer dedication led him to secure the #1 position in the entire district during his exams. That achievement acted like a flare, catching the attention of an NGO, which immediately stepped in and offered a scholarship covering all of his educational expenses. With that heavy financial burden finally lifted, Ali could just focus on his studies. He eventually completed his education and secured a highly respected, well-paying job. It's this rapid domino effect, all triggered entirely by his initial refusal to quit.
Section 4. Fulfilling the mother's dream, the first promise fulfilled.
Now we get to bring the emotional focus right back to where it all started, that core relationship between Ali and his mother. All the studying, all those late nights, they were all leading to this specific milestone, the day he received his very first salary. With that first paycheck in hand, Ali went straight to his mother. He looked at her and said, "Mom, from today, you don't need to work in anyone's house. Now it's my turn to serve you." He fulfilled the exact promise he made to her as a young, hungry boy back in that mud house. It is just a profoundly heartwarming moment of coming full circle. With tears of joy streaming down her face, his mother hugged him and said, "Poverty is never a matter of shame.
True wealth is hard work, patience, and honesty. I want you to just let that sink in for a second. This isn't just a sweet piece of dialogue. It is the central moral framework of our entire explainer today. True wealth wasn't that paycheck Ali just handed her. True wealth was the rock-solid character he built to earn it.
And that character brought some very real physical rewards too. A few months later, Ali purchased a small, beautiful house for his mother, which, let's be honest, is a massive upgrade from the leaking mud roof of his childhood. The source actually notes that upon entering the home for the first time, his mother immediately fell to the ground and a sajda shook her, a prayer of profound thanks, declaring that Allah never lets the efforts of a hard worker go to waste. Her unshakable faith and gratitude completely anchor their newfound comfort.
And finally, Section 5, a message of hope and dedication, a beacon for others.
Because Ali's journey wasn't just about personal success or, escaping his own circumstances. It was about what you do once you actually make it out. Standing in that new house, Ali made a brand new pledge. He vowed to help educate the poor children back in his village. His goal? To ensure that absolutely no child ever has to lose their dreams simply because they are poor. He essentially became the exact benefactor he needed when he was a boy. And that is the true impact of overcoming adversity, turning your own success into a ladder for others to climb.
So, the closing message from our source material is incredibly clear. No matter how difficult life gets, no matter how harsh your circumstances might be, if you hold tightly to hard work, patience, and hope, success will inevitably find its way to you. It's a warm, incredibly powerful reminder to all of us that persistence is the ultimate, undeniable key to changing your destiny.
And that brings me to a question I really want to leave you with today. We've seen exactly how Ali used his success, so I ask you, when your circumstances change, whose dreams will you fulfill? Just think about that. Let it inspire your actions moving forward. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep pushing forward, and I'll catch you next time.